Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another video. This is the next installment in our Thrifting Through Japan series. Actually, look how pretty this little stream is right here. Well, we're actually on our way to our next thrift shop, and today's thrift shop should be a little bit different than the ones that we've done here in the past few videos, because this one looks a lot less curated. It's more of a down-home mom and pop thrift shop. I had to go scour Google Maps to find something like this, and here it is. Look at this place. We can already tell by how it looks on the outside. This is not a secondhand shop like the book offs and the hard offs that we went to was. This is an actual Japanese thrift store, and I am excited to dig in here and see what we can find today. And wow, right off the bat we can tell that this place is actually pretty dang big. Oh yeah, this is way more of what I was looking for. And actually, I guess we'll just start over here on this wall and then make our way back through the shop so we can kind of get an understanding of the shop before I dive in and start buying stuff. And already, it looks like we're in the games and toys section. Look up here, got a bunch of PlayStation 3 games right here, as well as a bunch of anime figures. There's Mihawk right there from One Piece. Over here, we got some loose games right here for the Super Famicom. There's F-Zero right there. Don't know what that is. Looks like Gundam, maybe. Oh, and then look at this. There are even some box Super Famicom games back here in the back. That's Puyo Puyo right there. I'll go through this stuff more a little bit later, but I want to keep going for just a second. Look at this dude. 2980. That's kind of fun. And moving on down here, we got the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 stuff, as well as some loose original Famicom games down here in the trays, followed by the case. And this is probably where they have some of the more premium stuff. Oh, look at this, a Super Scope right here.
Introducing Super Scope 6. Remote powered and laser accurate. Precise to a single television pixel.
19,800. That is an iconic box right there. Oh, and then look right below it. There's Jet Set Radio for 2980. That's like 20 bucks. 3,000 yen is around 20 bucks. That might be worth picking up. Again, I'll come back to that here in just a little bit. Oh my gosh, look at that Sonic. That's a Sonic Project X in the box. That is really, really cool, made by Sega Toys. It's priced at $59.80. So like 40 bucks-ish around there. I might have to grab that. His box is a little large and it'll be a little bit awkward for me to get back to the US, but that might be worth it. I really like how that looks. Again, I know I'm going to spend a lot of time in this section, so let's move on for a second. We'll turn around, see what was behind us. Oh, look at that, E.T. E.T. and the Lucky Cat. What a perfect combo. Can you think of a more perfect combo than those two together? I love that. Anyways, then down on this shelf looks like some older toys. We got a Sailor Moon in the box right there. The box is kind of destroyed. I don't know if I would keep the box. 3,300 yen on that. A little TV guy right here. No idea what he is, but he looks cool. Even some of the display food. You would see this in like the restaurant windows, and they would let you know what their food looks like when you buy it. So that was probably sitting in some restaurant's window at one point. It's kind of fun. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those stores where you just find a little bit of everything, which is exactly the kind of thrift store I was hoping to find today. You know, something less curated and more random, more, I guess, junky. I don't want to use the word junky, but more junky, you know? Oh, look at this. There's a display case full of watches. I know watches are huge over here. We got a couple G-Shocks up top. Those are something to look at. And then as we go down, that one's kind of cool. Look at that. There's a Lego watch back there. Some Zippos down here. There's one from the Atlanta 1996 Olympic Games. That's kind of cool. And then right behind there is the TV section. These are some massive, massive TVs. Like, look at this one. This one is 42,000 yen. So if you're ever looking for like a discount TV, they got some pretty good options over here at the store, and they're 30% off. There you go. Yeah, I know we're only a couple rows in, but I am loving the feel of this store. Definitely feels more like a mom and pop thrift shop, which is exactly what I was hoping for when I made the trip out here. It wasn't a short trip. It was about 30 minutes on the train from Tokyo Station, and then about a 15-minute walk. So I'm glad this is living up to what I was hoping it would be. Look at over here, we got all the appliances, the washing machines over here, little refrigerators. You notice the refrigerators are a lot shorter than ours back in the US. And then we also got a ton of microwaves and little mini ovens. Most apartments here in Tokyo do not come with like a full-size oven, so if you want to bake something, a lot of times you're gonna have to get one of these small little guys like these. Oh, this one's cute. Look at that. They even have taxidermy at this store. Like, look at that. There's a big old pheasant just sitting up there on top of the refrigerator. I'm feeling more and more at home by the minute. As we move up here past the appliances, we got the tool section. Looks like there's some grinders and stuff. I'm not too interested in those today. I don't think they will go through airport security quite smoothly. Look at that. There's a little, what do they call these? QP? The little dolls that Japanese people love. Those QP dolls never really caught on in the US. There's not like a huge collector's market for them, but I have seen them all over the place since I've been here in Japan, in a bunch of the thrift stores and a bunch of the shop windows. It's like an icon here. Daisy Duck. There are a lot of people that want to collect this back in the US. She's 20% off today. 11,000 yen, 20% off. She's here. Oh, and then I didn't even notice this. There's a whole staircase that goes up to another whole upstairs section. I'll go check that out in just a second, but let's go move on over here to what looks like the luxury handbags. Like, we got Coach up here. Japan is a great place to come for secondhand luxury goods like purses and bags. But yeah, Japan is a great place to come for luxury designer goods. If I was a luxury reseller, I would be having a ball over here. Oh, look, here's some stuff. We got Fendi down here, more Fendi, Gucci, Dior, another Gucci up top. And I gotta think that most of this stuff is probably authentic, because there are a ton of luxury shops here in Tokyo, and I haven't seen stuff that is like outwardly fake that I can tell just by looking at it. Burberry. Again, like I said, I am not a luxury reseller, so I'm not a 100% expert, but I know what to look for, and nothing is standing out to me as truly fake. All right, now let's go check out upstairs and see what's up there. It looks like this is going to be the furniture up here up top. Lots of furniture up here, and obviously I am not going to be interested in any of the furniture today. I can't fit any of this inside my suitcase, and it would be a pain to ship back to the US. So I think this is going to conclude our little tour of this store. Now, what do you say we jump in and see if I can't find anything that I want to buy for myself or to resell? Okay, so I decided to come back over here to the video games first, because this is where most of my interest lies, and I think I just found my first pickup of the store. Look at this. We got Rockman X8 Mega Man in the US for the PlayStation 2 for 880 yen. I feel like that is probably a really good price. I'm going to keep this either way just because it is a Mega Man game, and I do love the Mega Man series, so I'll probably end up trying this one out. I've never played this one, but 880 yen, that's going to be our first pickup for the store. Oh, that's cool. Look at this. There's a Hunter x Hunter game for the PS2. I did not know this was out there. Oh, and look, Hisoka's hair is blue. That means it's the 1999 version of Hunter x Hunter. I love this anime. 880 yen. That's like $5. I'm gonna grab that one as well, just because I love that anime so much. Okay, this is kind of funny. So everything here is pretty reasonably priced, right? I was going through the PlayStation 1 stuff, and I did find one thing I'm going to grab, Vampire Savior EX Edition for 880 yen, so like $5. But then I got down here to the bottom row, and I went to pull this out to read them, and it's a whole brick of games that they lotted together. You got like Derby Stallion 99, Classic Road, and two other ones there for 550 yen. You can get 5 games right here for like $3 USD at a thrift shop. That is pretty dang good if you're into collecting. That'll be some good filler for someone. Sumimasen.
Hi.
Can I get Jet Set Radio?
Hi.
Hi, arigato. Dreamcast. Hi, arigatou gozaimasu. Okay, she just came over and she was putting some new figures, one-piece figures down here in the case. So I went ahead and asked her if she could grab Jet Set Radio for me. So we are going to grab Jet Set Radio for 2,980 yen, like $20. I feel like that's worth it. Okay, I've been taking my time to go through this case because I have to like sit here and pull up the translate function on my phone on everything. You see how it's translating everything? So I have to do that on all the spines that I can't read in here because I can't look at the cover art. But there are a few things inside this case that I am going to end up grabbing. There's even stuff in here I didn't recognize my first time, like Power Stone 2. It's a little high in the price, but that's really cool. And then this LCD game right here, I think I'm going to grab that one because I have never seen that before, and I feel like the price for it is not bad. And then there were also a bunch of DSs and Game Boys over here. There's actually a Game Boy Pocket right here, the pink one. I was considering grabbing because 4000's like right on the edge, but up top it does have a little bit of damage, although the tag says it was tested and that it does operate. And then I'm still really deciding on this Sonic plush right here. If the box wasn't so wide, I wouldn't be as hesitant on it because I really want it, but I don't know if I can fit that in my luggage. I'm gonna have to find a way. Can I get the key? Rockman. This one. Bandai. Rockman 3. And Pocket Monster.
White.
White and black. Hi. Arigato.
Hi. You like all the games?
All the games, yeah. All the games.
Yes, I like too.
Oh, hi. Family computer. That's why I came here for the games today.
ありがとうございます。You watch Tokyo Rain?
I did, yeah. Hi. That's how I found the store. Hi. Arigatou gozaimasu. Okay, I just grabbed the games that I wanted to out of that case right there. I'm still debating on that Sonic and on the Sailor Moon, but in the meantime, I figured we'd come back here and look at the clothing just a little bit. I'm not really going to look for like the sweatshirts and bigger, larger, heavier stuff, but maybe some t-shirts or something if I see something that really catches my eye. Okay, I know I just said I wasn't looking for anything like heavy or long sleeves, but I might have just found something really, really cool. Check this out right here. This is a Japanese souvenir jacket. It's not a super old one, like, you know, from the wartime ones that are gonna be super, super valuable, but I mean, just from the quality of the clothing, I'm saying it's probably in the 90s, some point in the 90s, and look at the price on it, 3,980 yen, so it's like, I don't know, like 25 bucks or something like that. Okay, I was just going down the long sleeve shirts and we might have just knocked off another piece from the list of things I wanted to find here in Japan. Look at this. It might just look like the North Face sweater right here, but this is actually a Purple Label North Face, which is exclusive to Japan. They got 32.80 on it, so like 20 bucks on it. But Purple Label stuff, oh, look at that graphic on the back. I didn't even see that. Okay, that just made it 10 times better. That is sick. But yeah, Purple Label North Face is exclusive to Japan, and it resells for some pretty dang good money. Unfortunately, this is a size small, so that'll hurt the value a little bit, but that is on my thrifting bucket list to find a North Face Purple Label. I was hoping for like a jacket or something, but I will take this all day long. What are those? Look at that. Whoa. Look at that. It's like a dragon. I think that's hand painted on there. That doesn't come like that. Those are Hudson jeans. Pretty sure Hudson doesn't do stuff like that. Look at these ones right next to it. Red Pepper Jenna. All the brand new tags too. Red Pepper Denim. There's some pretty solid stuff here. If you guys live in Japan, come to the store because there was some other stuff throughout these long sleeves and stuff too that you should probably look at. Okay, I was about to call it done here, so I came back upstairs to get a shot of the overview for the thumbnail, and I noticed this little shelf off to the side, and I think it's the junk shelf. I just quickly put my hand in here and there was more video game stuff. So we've got like Shenmue 2 for 100. This is a Nintendo DS for 3,000. I'm guessing most of these have something wrong with them, which is what those cards in there are for. I'm gonna have to look a little closer. Here's a DS for 2,000. There's some PSPs back here, 3,000 yen. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look through this shelf a little bit more and see if there's anything I want to grab. Okay, I didn't end up finding anything up here in the game stuff, but down here in this camera bin, I ended up finding these 4 Nikon Nikkor lenses. And I looked them up, and some of them seem to be worth some decent money. I checked them out. There's no fog, there's no fungus under the lenses, and they're only $5.50 a piece. I don't know why they're in the junk bin, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab all 4 of these. Can I get the keys? I'm gonna get the Sonic. Yeah, hi.
ちょっと汚れてるけど。So, daddy. Daddy.
Hi, I'll get them. Hi. So there we go. I did end up going back and grabbing Sonic. I just couldn't leave it behind, but what a great little thrift store right here. If you live in Tokyo, I definitely recommend you come and check this place out. I will leave I'll leave the address down in the description of this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing an actual Tokyo thrift store, not like a secondhand shop like we've been doing. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to see more thrifting content while I'm here in Japan, I do have a few more videos planned out. Be sure to go down low, smash the like button, and subscribe to the channel for that. Otherwise, I just appreciate you guys all being here. Hopefully you're enjoying this series, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep on treasure hunting. Peace.